Huh? Yeah. Okay. Up past the veil, got some weed and you know I'm about to inhale. Everything I gotta do is trying to prevail. Everybody around me, they just wanna be hell. Like goddamn. Huh? Top. Yeah, okay. Alright. Hello. Hello again. Back. Maybe I'll stay up the whole night. I'm thinking. Kinda interesting. Stay up the whole night, pull a little 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 3. Did I do a 10-hour stream? Maybe I'll think about it to be honest. Okay, what is it, Sunday tomorrow? Yeah, it's Sunday tomorrow. I could stay up the whole night. Use theories, watch movies, play games, the usual. But for now, I'm watching this since nobody's sending anything yet.
He even mentions like using aesthetics and lights to trigger people's dissociation, which I didn't expect in this essay. But it fits perfectly with Jerry, right? Jerry is essentially the character who is constantly being triggered. He buys the books because he is gradually realizing that he is part of the assassin program, and his job was to kill Julia Roberts' dad. Right, and so he's gradually recovering his suppressed memories throughout the movie, and then at the end, towards the end, he figures out, no, actually, I didn't kill your dad. Right.
They became friends.
I was sent by the CIA to kill your dad, who was a politician who was going to be a problem to the CIA's assassin program. And so then he said, now this is interesting. Did you know that Mel is playing here a programmed assassin? And in the 1980s and the 1990s, when he played Mad Dog in Lethal Weapon,
hold on,
he's crazy because he was in the Phoenix program. In the first Lethal Weapon, the Shane Black screenplay has it explicitly mentioned that he's Mad Dog because he was a crazy killer in the Phoenix program, which is an assassin program.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Did you notice they caught him from shopping at Barnes and Noble?
When he grabs the
try and
book?
show you that they're omniscient and they can catch you doing whatever you're doing. So
because he purchased the book.
Yeah.
And they were waiting for him to purchase it.
But it wasn't even a credit card. It was like they knew which copies were being sold at what time, and they're like, at the CIA figuring out who just bought Catcher in the Rye,
right.
And then that's how they got him.
That seemed a little ridiculous for the 1990s.
Well, he talks about dialectics. Remember?
Does he mention that?
And
what does he say? I don't remember that.
He tells Julia Roberts
with my
about
glasses on, so
and then he talks about
I can't detect me.
Where the bushes come from.
Yeah.
The
What does he say about dialectics?
I don't remember.
Oh, that they control both sides.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's this.
No.
Global Fund for Mergers and Acquisitions, which sounds like BlackRock.
Yes.
Bro, I'm gonna get flagged for making this video. Oh my goodness. Is there a way to make camera look like a circle? I mean, oh. Fuck this just. Ooh. Yo, what's up, E. coli? You fuck with Jades? Who's Jades? I don't know, man. Like a underground rapper or something? Underground plug, now punk. That sounds cool. No, I haven't heard him. I'm looking at him real quick.
Hey man, sorry for the waiting, but it's finally here, just for you. So break your fucking head to this album while you doom scroll and procrastinate your priorities and shit, man. I made this the first week that I
He was
got
locked
out.
up for a year.
It
Damn.
is, so fucking enjoy. Or don't. You suck cock.
In my attempt to escape this shithole of a world, I'll find you'll either worship faggots or a nasty little girl. I won't socialize because all humans do is infect in a filthy place where humans crawl around it like insects. This existence has no meaning and the opinions don't make sense. I resume a medication that leaves my truest thoughts suppressed.
It's not bad, Loki. Sounds like shit. I like it. Like the recording. I fuck with it. Yo, what's up, Taxling? Shit. Hey, hey, whoa. Yeah, this is tough. I like him. I like how rough it feels. But the ideas are solid. Punk. Taxling 2016. Last album was way better produced, but I like this shit better. For real? Okay, I had to check if chat was still popping up here. Bro, these guys' mixes are so shit. That's fire though.
In my heart, you feel my best and lie to me, just feel my pain. Take my thoughts into my brain, regret you take my revenge. Feel it on its on me, keep it running on me. Visit me and clean my shit, but when I'm dressed, there's no pain. I didn't really care what time you got my hair. I wasn't even there, it wasn't even fair.
want to know what this other shit sounds like. Court meeting? The fuck did he do, bro? Wait, did he kill his girlfriend or something? Hey, hola. Hola. So he beat his wife. He tried to kill his girl and stabbed her and some shit. He definitely did that shit, bro. Sorry, with all due respect, he did it. Look at how he appears, bro. This is like fucking David be asking like if did David really kill this girl? Yes, bro. No, I doubt it, bro. Punks are just fucking shitheads. Punks are just fucking like I don't know how many times I've like at least in the local scenes, how many times they've just been on some groomer, abusive, narcissistic, like bullshit. You know what I mean? Like it's just a pretty common thing, especially amongst artists because their ego gets inflated. They start doing shit, and the funny thing is, all these people are punk adjacent or post punk adjacent. They're always on some weird shit. He beat the case. Yeah, anybody with a good lawyer, a good Brazilian lawyer. Bro, he did this shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Good morning. This is Miss Porter with pretrial. Mr. Cummins was recently released. He's GPS level 1. So
Is this shit?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
May I
Look at
please
Jada,
speak on behalf
Jada
of my
Big G's
brother? I
right
just need
there.
to
He's
see
right
what's going on with him and the curfew.
Bro.
My name is Monique Cummings. I'm just trying to
Bro, like how old is this jit, bro? Why are these people glazing him?
understand his curfew and the ban thing.
there is no curfew. He's in a level 1 program and he's on level 1 pretrial.
Okay.
Bro already beat his girl and stabbed her at 18? Hell no. Y'all, you need some. What happens when you grow up with it, like your idols being XXX?
Ready to go to the next step. He's obviously recommending for him to continue his treatment and to
Nah, bro, keep him in jail, bro. With all due respect. Put him in jail, bro. Attempted murder.
You know what?
He's
guys?
from Broward. Of course he's evil, bro. Broward is full of low income evil goons, bro. And I know that I know that because my sister lives there. And I'm not I mean BPD as a result of genre hopping. What are they talking
Ever since
about?
I started making this topic, I'm not going to be mostly focusing on the crimes that he committed or mostly focusing on the music. I'm going to be focusing on all of it, truly putting together the picture of who he is and how he got to where he is now. So if you're interested and want to hear more, hit that like button and stay tuned. We will
Been
now
10
be talking
years.
about the story of Jades.
No way, it's been 10 years since look at me.
And yes, before I found a musical influence,
I don't even know way. Conspiracy theories unlocked. Would you say the drama queen? Xavier So Base reacts. Listen to the Dominicans.
Why y'all keep talking about this nigga? This nigga really caught a body? There's no way this nigga caught a body. What body he caught? No way.
Dominicans.
No way
Rise.
this nigga caught a body. Yo, if he did, nigga, you feel me? I hope it wasn't for no reason. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And if he had a reason to do it, then free my nigga, you feel me?
He almost tried to kill his girl and he's talking about free him. This is not it. Listen to Pizza. Oh no, bro. I'm not listening to some little ass fucking demon. Done. Like, I don't want to give those demons attention. I don't care if it's good or not. With all due respect, E. coli. Frequencies, they infect you. I don't want those frequencies in my body no more. Can't do this shit, bro. I know he didn't, but the things inside of him are doing it, bro. Somebody sent a track. Somebody wanted to send a track, but you sent the whole fucking Google Drives like file, bro. If you send it on here, I'll listen to it. Text lean. Damn, bro. Where's your music at, E. coli? Come on, bro.
Exactly. A giant sort of Vanguard BlackRock entity. Good point.
Yeah. And then the Dr. Jonas was like Atticus Finch, MK Ultra.
And if y'all fuck with punk music, I think I kind of make. I don't know if it's punk. I don't know if it's punk. To be honest. I'm a white boy. I'm not white. I'm a mixed boy in the garage making music on Ableton and FL, bro. Fa. Looking for I'll put this here. Hold up. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Fucking sound. Oh
my
god.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
I need to figure out how to put these on an actual soundboard. Yo, whoever followed that shit. Whoever did that.
Plug.
Feel me? What's up, Kermit? Chemixed. Like I said, Kermit. Holy shit. Yeah, that shit is loud. Chilling, just listening to shit, watching videos. Yeah, I love conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy theories as well. Die Gluck? Oh, what is that? Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I did hear. Isn't this the shit that was in Black Ops? This was that shit in Black Ops, bro. By Nick Cook. So you think they were for real on to something? Are they really going to Agartha? They had burn photo. I know, I believe it, bro. I think, I'm not gonna lie, Nazis were on to something. They had some evil occult powers. They were tapped into something, bro. I 1,000,000% believe in magic and all that, and like how you can influence change through invisible means. That shit is 1,000,000% real, bro. I don't fuck with alien talks just because it's too like mainstream. So it's like if it's too mainstream, it's probably you know probably just a distraction, sort of just like what do you call it? Discordian type of thing. But like anything, man, without the wonders in the world, it would be game. Yeah. They do wonder weapons. Okay. Hold up. Bitch, I'm coming around and spraying at them grays. Give a fuck about these motherfuckers gay. Hold up. Fuck you. Fucker. That shit fire. Fuck you. Hold on, what is this? Hold on. Yo, this shit is beautiful. What is it? Yo, Atrum is on that like, this that fucking like hard groove shit. This is beautiful, bro. Shit might make me make EDM again. Hold on. Oh, yeah, no, this is fire, bro. I'd mix this at a show. Nah, I should talk. EDM is hella fun. I fuck with it for the most part. I mix all my songs at local venues. What do you mean you mix in there? Like you mix and master it there? Damn. So confused. So what you like? Are you mixing your songs that you made at venues, or like you're making them there? I'm. Okay, okay. What are you in Germany, bro? Cause like if you say you saw him, I'm assuming. Are you in like Europe or something? Oh, okay. Canada. No. Close to us. Close to me. That shit is fire. What the fuck, man? I checked with this, but it was like. Bro, what is the soundboard app? Is this what I need? Was there with my Ray fam? I have to make an account. There my family in my eyes. Why'd you move back to Canada, bro? Canada lit too.
Project Mocking.
The lights off.
Bird. You put those kind of together.
Well, Atticus Finch is the character from To Kill a
So much. Some more conspiracy theories. Kill people send checks. Then.
Mockingbird.
Yeah.
And then
Project
Mockingbird is, I think, why we're supposed to associate these names. Exactly. And if you don't know, Project Mockingbird is the CIA's control of the media for many, many years.
I gotta roll up.
They talk about
Gotta
John
roll up.
Hinckley and Kiltra. They mentioned stolen technology, which is the ability to create these assassins.
Yeah, that's right. But that's Patrick Stewart's lie, right? He lies and says that people have stolen this and that they're misusing it. But it turns out he's the one that's misusing it.
Yeah, that's what he tells Julia Roberts.
Yeah, he's creating assassins for the government to go and kill people that are problems.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to fucking Charles Manson.
And her dad was a senator or a lawyer.
Something.
Who was going to
lawyer,
cause
I
he was
think,
going to
'cause
cause
she
a
also
problem.
worked at a law firm to try and vindicate him or something.
She was like the public defender or something. Yeah.
Two main groups of wealthy elite families and the military-industrial complex is what they talk about as the they.
Yes, and it's pretty much correct, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it is. I mean, it was surprising how many things in this screenplay came up, you know, as legitimate conspiracies. Because I hadn't watched this movie in probably 10 years, so I was interested to see, okay, how many things do you think in this movie that Jerry Mel Gibson mentions are going to be real conspiracies? And I would say, probably about 70%.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? 75?
Conspiracy classic.
It was a conspiracy classic.
Right?
Yeah,
Conspiracy
very much
theory.
woke me up. Got me woke.
As was it real?
Apocalypto was a masterpiece, not for the faint of heart.
Mel Gibson.
Mel doesn't shy away from the blood and the
Who's this fucking guy? Malcolm Sil Gerard Gibson. Like says Ireland. Okay. Dead yet? Yeah, right.
Guts.
No.
And it didn't bother me though. I mean, I enjoyed Apocalypto and Braveheart. It had been years since I'd seen either one of these, and I really thought both of them were masterpieces. I was impressed.
Braveheart.
They hold up.
This is one of those movies that's so rare because it just grabs your attention and it transports you into another place, and you feel like you have actually been through this experience.
Yes, it's called Mexico. It's called Tijuana, right?
Yes, it's called the lovely Mayan Empire.
Bro, that I don't know if you watched that movie, but I would have not wanted to live in those times, bruh. Free Scotland.
But no, seriously, like you feel like you've been through something after you watch this.
It's a journey. It's an adventure. It is. It
Bro, I
is
saw that shit as a kid, bro.
Experience from kind of the opening scene all the way through.
Yeah.
It's a ride.
Oh, why did I see this as a kid?
They used the language and no known actors, and everything was so immersive and just really done very well. And it's about a great civilization, how it destroys itself from within.
Yeah, it's analogous to us, right? I mean, that's the crazy part, is that this isn't really about the Mayan Empire. It's about now. And that completely degenerate civilizations, quote unquote, undo themselves and they give way to something else. What's most amazing about this movie is that it is not a movie that fits into the cultural relativism paradigm. This movie clearly presents the notion that there are morally superior cultures. So cultural relativism is refuted by this film. And this, just the idea that you can have an entire empire built around human sacrifice and anti-humanism is the perfect analogy for where we're going with Klaus and the Great Reset and what's really rolling out right now. They would never make a movie like this. Now the movie would be like how the Mayan Empire is, and the human sacrifice is all great, based and woke, right?
Well, they're sacrificing all the bigots. That's what.
And it would be like the Mayan Empire would be cutting out the heart of the Spanish conquistadors, and that would be like they would be the heroes. So, Apocalypto, the apocalypse does not always necessarily mean the end of the world. You can also have an end of an era, an end of a civilization.
Does it mean the revealing? Or what
it means, it means a lot of different things. But in this situation, it means the revelation of the end of the Mayan Empire, and the collapse and the coming of Catholicism, essentially.
Okay, so this is about city dwellers versus rural.
That's a theme here, yeah.
And that kind of comes up in Braveheart also.
Yeah, the degen city bugmen, right, versus the the country boys. Country boy can't survive.
Well, they make a joke about eating the little boy. The parents do, and that's kind of a foreshadowing.
Right.
Of what
because he says he's holding him up like he's dinner, and then we find out later on that the human beings are it's a giant meat market.
Yes. And then there's a story when they're all sitting around the campfire and the elders talking about greed, basically how all the animals have given a piece of themselves to a human, but it's never enough.
It's a prophetic statement. We have several characters that pop up and kind of have these prophetic statements. One is the diseased girl who kind of predicts the end of the Mayan Empire. And then we get the tribesman, the chief, who kind of gives this prediction of empires collapse because they can never get enough, right? The greed overwhelms them and then they fall apart from within. And he's speaking of men in general. but it's applying to the Mayan Empire because the emperor, right, he just wants more. His child is fat, right, which signifies their overabundance and greed. And then they collapse because they think they're going to kill Jaguar Paw. They run to the edge of the beach, and there come the conquistadors.
Right. Well, this movie is kind of suggesting that they were already spiritually dead, and because they were already being
Yes, the Mayan
under
Empire.
biblical plagues.
The Mayan Empire is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the conquistadors were arriving at a weak point,
Right.
and they were already sick and easy to overtake.
Correct. Yeah.
Because they had remember the powdered donut mines?
Yeah, the limestone. So they
Yeah.
were they had all these people down there cutting up limestone and doing slave labor.
Yeah.
Because they were enslaving the tribes that they would conquer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of all this, they had some kind of blight on the crops and all of the plagues. I was just thinking about the contrast between the jungle and the farmland, and then the
City.
actual city itself.
The degenerate city life.
Yeah.
The Mayan bugmen.
And so they're coming out of this pristine way of living where they're in balance with nature, if you want to call it that. They're hunting, gathering, living off the land.
This is true. Yeah, country boy can't survive.
Right.
And this is actually how he beats the city people.
Yeah.
Because he knows the forest. He says, "This is my forest. I've hunted it with my father, and my son will hunt it after me."
So going through the farmland, then they come across people that have this laughing sickness, and
Well, the curses.
yeah, and then this little girl puts curses on them.
Well, the curse, the Mayan Empire is undergoing curses because it's cursed.
Right.
So they have plagues, blights. They have the eclipse is symbolic of the eclipse of the empire.
Right. So you have three worlds colliding. You have the jungle way, the city way, and then with the conquistadors coming, it's like the new
The new world.
technological
The new
way.
world,
So
yeah.
it's like three ways of life kind of intersecting. The city looks like hell, by the way.
Well, one thing I like about this too is that although it does have the appreciation for what is good in some indigenous cultures, it also is not cultural relativism, because the Mayan Empire is clearly not superior and spiritual because it's indigenous. So again, thank you, Bayes Mel.
The aristocrats are on fleek, though, in the city.
They got some blue teeth. They got some.
What is that green jade?
They
or
got their
something?
freaking gauges in.
They do.
looking like they're working over there at Hot Topic.
Totally. They have the skater aesthetic.
That skanky bitch over there at Hot
Bones
Topic.
through the nose.
She's working
literally.
at Hot Topic.
Yep.
Yo.
Actually, the king's feather piece was.
I'm gonna
made
wear that
right.
next live
Yeah,
stream.
that
I like
was-
that. More of that next. And that
was
head,
impressive.
that thing that the high priest had, that
Yeah.
headgear. I'm gonna wear that.
I was liking those things.
By the way, we don't want to go to church here.
No, I don't care for this.
Don't go to this liturgy. If you see the Mayan liturgy happening like this, run for the hills, because you about to get cut up.
They're obviously in contact with demons who let them know about these astrological events. They're sun worshippers, and so that's why they have all this
Lucifer.
religion wrapped up in mind controlling of the people below.
They worshiping the devil.
Yeah, it's he's literally on top of the temple and the people below them.
It's a ziggurat, and every ziggurat goes back to the Tower of Babel, the original ziggurat. Did you ever wonder why all of the world religions build pyramids and ziggurats? It's because of Babel.
They mentioned Kukulkan.
Kukulkan is the winged serpent, so they worship
that is
Lucifer.
Quetzalcoatl,
Yeah,
too.
it's Satan, a flying winged serpent. That's the devil.
Okay.
I mean, the devil is described as a plumed serpent. I mean, the biblical texts, right, even speak this way. The fiery serpents that are mentioned in Numbers.
And the chief of the rural people doesn't want them to learn fear because that's how they control the people in the city.
Yes, good point. The religious duping is a really awesome element as well, right? In the city, the Mayan Empire is run by this degenerate priesthood and a degenerate emperor, and they're in on it.
Yeah.
It's made very clear that they're, over there winking at each other when the eclipse comes.
Yeah.
And they've duped all the people into thinking that they caused the sun to go to sleep and resurrect.
Mm-hmm.
And that will bring the crops back.
Mm-hmm.
But they had to sacrifice, 10,000 hearts or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's how they've been controlling people since beginning of time, really. The priestcraft knows the astrology, and that's kept a secret. And then you have your royal family, and they work together.
Well, it's the exact same thing that the priest class of today does by saying that having children and breathing air is causing Mother Earth to die, and you must reduce your population or else you're going to hurt Mother Earth. It's the exact same lie.
That's a good point.
I mean, the Mayan Empire is an anti-human empire.
Yeah.
It's anti-natal, anti-human, human sacrifice.
Yeah.
The NWO is the exact same. Why is that?
The fuck is V?
This is because all of these empires in world history fall into these same patterns because they are motivated by and worship an evil spirit. The same demonic powers. We've only had the introduction of Christianity as the alteration and the Christianizing of this.
Hold on, wait a second.
Sound Show. Unleashing the power of sound in live performances. And what's a sound software demo without a little music? Make that sound.
Looks kind of good. Difference. RPG sounds on. Oh my god, I have to use the bathroom, chat. I'm doing well. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Gotta use the bathroom. Back.
Roman Empire, and then Byzantine Empire, and then Russian Empire, right? These are the Christian empires that came to be, that promoted pro-life and so forth. Complete change in the history of all of these degenerate pagan civilizations. And now we're going back to the Babel of the Great Reset.
And there's firstborn dying, like in Egypt. Remember the
Yeah, that was
slaver guy?
It was one of the curses, yeah.
Lost his firstborn when he was chasing Jaguar Paw.
Yeah, he's like the main warrior, and if you remember, he's like the general of the Mayan Empire, right? Mm-hmm. And there's one part where a tree falls, and he says, "I am walking here," right? Like he's a god.
Yeah.
And so they have this delusion that they're basically gods on Earth, right? Him and the emperor, right? Mm-hmm. And then, just like we see with Pharaoh, he loses his firstborn because he's a killer of firstborn. Yeah, there's a lot of Exodus themes here, right? Just like in Exodus, you have the plagues that come upon Egypt. These plagues are coming upon the Mayan Empire.
And in the end, it's because he knows the jungle better than anybody, so he can survive, and he has no fear because he didn't grow up.
Well, he resorts to what's natural, mm-hmm. right? So that kinship that he has with the animals and with nature, that's what saves him, right? He uses the poison frog. Mm-hmm. He covers himself in mud, and so he looks like a jaguar, mm-hmm. right? And he can hide in the darkness. So he resorts to his natural survival instincts, and that's how he survives versus these people who are just degenerate city dwellers who don't know anything about reality. They're cut off from reality.
Do you remember that scene where just the snake went like that?
Mm-hmm.
Bit him in the neck because the omen was bad. I like this movie a lot.
Yeah, it's great. And it's 100% an anti-culture. It's opposed to cultural relativism, so you can't beat that.
Ism valid?
When they're captured, one of the ladies prays to the goddess Ixchil. Ixchil?
Yes. This is interesting because she's basically
Oh.
in a lot of comparative religion, the same as Tonantzin. So Tonantzin and Ixchil or whatever are basically the Mayan version of the goddess. And it's interesting because Our Lady Guadalupe, which is the Virgin of Guadalupe, the so-called Roman Catholic Marian apparition, that appeared. As I understand it, the temple there ended up, I think it got raised over, but that's also where there's like a giant
The fuck is this?
Virgin of Guadalupe cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure what to make of that. I mean, obviously I'm not Roman Catholic, so I don't necessarily say that it's legitimate. But it is interesting that it seems to be a kind of syncretism to me, because this article from the Yucatan Times is really good on Tonantzin, and it says, every December 12th in Mexico, the Virgin of Guadalupe is celebrated, a festivity that, according to legend, in 1531, the Virgin appeared to Juan Diego on Tepeyac Hill in Mexico. In this meeting, believed by millions of Catholics, the Virgin asked Juan Diego to go to the Archbishop and to build a temple on the top of the hill. The friar didn't believe the words and asked for proof. Upon recording the encounter, the Virgin orders him to take roses on his tilma, which is an indigenous garment. When Juan Diego unrolled his garment, he let go of the flowers in front of the friar, and a miracle happened. The Virgin of Guadalupe miraculously imprinted roses on the clothes. So for 500 years, the Basilica of the Guadalupe has been there, which every Mexican knows since childhood. But prior to the Spanish conquest, there was a temple there that was built to the goddess Tonantzin, attended by settlers from all over the Anahuac Empire. The Federation of the Tribes called, this is the name of their empire. The stories collected by the Spanish friars give this account. So this is from the conquistadors friars that they brought. The Mexicans and the Nahua people believed that at the top of the hill, the mother goddess would appear. The natives revered the goddess. According to testimony, she appeared as a young girl in a robe and would reveal secrets to the persons that she appeared to. So the friars said that in the text, the mountain is called Tepeyac, and they built a temple dedicated to the goddess or the mother of the gods. They called her Tonantzin, and they made sacrifices to her. So I don't buy this Roman Catholic argument like Roman Catholics like to do, which basically is syncretism, that, oh, well, that's just Mary. Really? Tonantzin is the snake woman, so that's not Mary. But then they'll say, oh, well, that was a demon, but Mary appeared and got rid of the demon. Okay, whatever.
Well,
but
Mary's not associated with jaguars and snakes and all kinds of rainbows and like this. These.
I mean, it's
are.
obviously a kind of like syncretism.
Yeah.
Right. Because for a lot of these indigenous people, like a lot of these, like it's just like Santa Muerte, right? Saint Death. That's not anything to do with the Christian religion, right? This is more like Candomblé. Right?
Yeah.
Santeria.
Yeah.
So I don't see a big difference between Santeria and what I see with Tonantzin and Virgin of Guadalupe in Mexico. Now, it's great that the Spanish got them to stop sacrificing human beings, but that doesn't I'm not going to be a Roman Catholic because, oh, well, the Roman Catholics, they think this is an argument. Like, they're like, well, Virgin of Guadalupe, that proves Roman Catholicism. No, it doesn't. It proves syncretism to me. So... I mean, it's great that they got her to the Mexicans to stop sacrificing humans, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't prove that it's the Virgin Mary. It could be the Spanish conquistadors are like, all right, you're gonna stop worship. You're just gonna stop killing humans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's conquistadors and soldiers coming. The ancient Mexican stories of Tonantzin before the Spaniards arrived. Supposedly, there would be a lament of a woman heard at the lake of Texcoco, and she would say, "My children, you are the beloved children of Anahuac. Your destruction is near." The priest thought that it was the goddess Chehuacotl who prophesied the destruction of the Anahuac people. Shortly after the Mexican people defeat, the Spanish destroyed the temple, the Templo Mayor, to Tonantzin in Mexico City, and the lament of the goddess was heard, crying for her dwelling, which had been defiled by the Spanish invaders. This gave way to the legend of La Llorona, which is a horror movie. There's two parts to the La Llorona. I've not seen this horror movie, but I think one of them is pretty
Is that the name of her? Sometimes you said they turned her into
It's
Mary
called
La
The
Llorona.
Legend of La Llorona,
Okay.
which is the story of the goddess
Llorona, bro. What the fuck is he on?
destroyed by the Spanish. So, again, to me, it's obvious that the Spanish, knowing how to manipulate the indigenous people to believe in Catholicism, they just Catholicized.
Shout out
the
to my
indigenous
Spanish
religion,
ancestors.
which is what Santeria and Candomblé and all that is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that, by the way, that makes the Spanish inherently evil, because this is better than the human sacrifice religion. And it gets even crazier. So then we come to the Spanish Virgin of Guadalupe. In the 14th century, in the province of Spain, Cáceres, on the banks of the Guadalupe River, which is a word of Moor and Latin origin, meaning the river of wolves, a legend was developed which tells of the shepherd Cordero, who found a statue of the Virgin Mary, who is said to have worked miracles in the region. Years later, during the conquest of America, it was designated by Spain's Catholic kings as the protector of the Indians in the New World. Hernan Cortes, the conqueror of Tenochtitlan, carried the standard of the Virgin of Extremadura, of which he was a faithful devotee since he came from the Guadalupan region. Mexican historian Edmundo Gorman warns in some of his notes that by the year 1530, Franciscan friars built a hermitage dedicated to the Spanish Virgin, trying to replace a pagan rite with a Catholic one. That's what I'm getting at, exactly. The image of the Virgin of Guadalupe is thus this miraculous supposed legend captured on the garment of Juan Diego, but it takes on more of an objective vision when the symbols manifested in the image are analyzed, since the Virgin of Guadalupe image contains elements of pre-Hispanic ideas mixed with Catholic symbols. It includes rhetorics such as the La Flor y la Canto, which is one of the philosophies of the Aztec world. Interesting. Thus, the history of the Guadalupan myth takes on a different force when we remember the cult of Tonantzin from the perspective with which the beautiful rhetorical resources of Nahuatl poetry are written, in the reading of the Nican Mapuhua. I don't know what any of this is, but point is that it's syncretism is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
At the core of the story lies in the fact that the deep religious feeling that has continued for 500 plus years, that brings millions of people to the Basilica of Tepeyac to ask favors of the Virgin, is really the same practice of Mexican people that they would do for Tonantzin. The fidelity to the Virgin cult enriches and provides the spiritual people. So this is not a hater article, by the way. Mexicans embrace this syncretism as part of the old world meeting the new world. So this article of this guy who's promoting it is admitting that it's syncretism. Well, and this is not the way to go about converting people, right? This is what like when Michael Lofton says that Pachamama is the Virgin Mary. No, Pachamama is a demon. Virgin Mary is not a demon. The snake woman Tonantzin is a demon.
No, don't say that about Pachamama.
So you can't blend the symbols, dummy.
Do you remember in
Pachamama's
like 2010, 2011?
I think it's kind of ironic, at least for me, my occurrence, that mother goddess Pachamama, Andean. That's how it is for me as well. Whether from that area. Other is guys. The Roman lead.
When the Mayan calendar was having its
Rome.
moment in
Yeah,
conspiracy.
which was a stupid
The
psyop.
Inca
Yeah.
Empire
It's mentioned
united,
by
bro.
Robert
What's
Anton Wilson
happening? I
interest.
just realized that. But why was the Inca like low key hiding? Bro, I've been here. Literally been here. Wait, that mountain is her. God. Wait. Syncretism.
McKenna.
Oh, okay.
And they're more or less psyop operatives.
Yeah, so everyone thought that the world was going to end in December 21st, 2012. Or that we would be saved by the Galactic Federation.
Only people who are complete
aliens.
retards believe that.
Yeah.
I didn't believe that. I always thought that was obviously retarded. I didn't believe that. But Apocalypse was 2006, so this is actually many years. This is 6 years prior to the Mayan 2012
I'm just
calendar
making
bullshit.
a joke about the Mayan calendar.
Yes, it is joke worthy. Absolutely.
It had a moment.
No, 2012 was not any kind of end of the world. I'm sorry, it's not. It was nothing. It was just the year 2012. It had nothing to do with.
What is this, bro? What was the Pope doing?
The Vatican Pachamama scandal refers to an incident during the Synod of Bishops for the Amazon in October 2019, where statues representing Pachamama, an Andean fertility goddess, were displayed in various churches in Rome, including at the Vatican. Many Catholics criticized the use of these
Guys, why are Catholics getting mad when... Of broad, comprehensive, liberal, universal. Catholic actually means universal. Therefore, syncretism should be... It's all-encompassing, right? But then again, the fuck is on? What is happening, bro? Why aren't we ever told anything about this?
Then the hierarchy even worshipped. They had a ceremony around it outside.
What?
So, well, that constitutes apostasy.
Yeah.
Jay. That's an apostasy move. All right.
Worshipping false gods.
Yeah, that's number one on the Mosaic hit list. You know?
That is
Moses
true,
goes up on the mountain. He comes back down. People are worshiping a golden calf.
Yeah.
You know, it's that.
Yeah.
So you can't do that. And for me, that's a departure from what that's called apostasy. Then the hierarchy even worshipped.
What is apostasy? Abandonment. Bro, but doesn't... If Catholic means universal... Then like... Catholicos. What does universal mean? The entire universe. Relates to everything. Produce. The combining or merging of various or distinct schools of thought. So this is what happens all the time, and this is how we come to understand reality, though. Like, syncretism is fundamental to just, like, knowing things. Like, bro, if people didn't have syncretism, we wouldn't have new music, bro. Yeah, if you send it in Discord, bro. Oh, you're on YouTube, fam. The hell? What is it?
July 8, 1979, all the fathers of Nobel Prize winners were rounded up.
I watch that.
Blade Runner, the sequel. What year did it come out? 2017?
Yeah, but listen. I'll try to listen to your song. Let's go look it up. Oh, you didn't make this. Hell nah. AI.
This was better than I expected. I was always, you always worry when a really good movie classic gets its new sequel. You're like, oh. And it wasn't as bad as I expected. Certainly not as good as Blade Runner, but it still has some interesting things. There's a lot of things. A lot of sequels just don't go anywhere. They just redo, copy and paste. Just like in Drive, it's like the exact same thing as Drive, right? He has to hunt. Ryan Gosling has to hunt down the other ones.
Yeah.
And again, this is the same thing that is in Blade Runner. So I wish they had done a little variation here. We don't need another Harrison Ford character who, has to convert to bots.
He is a Blade Runner.
So Blade Runner 2049 and just like Blade Runner 2019 didn't exactly get LA right with one giant megacity.
Yeah.
It kind of did with other elements.
I mean, if we're gonna have these giant structures, we better get busy because these things are massive, and I don't think you can have this in 2049.
No.
California is a giant farm, so the population is squished into the little cities, and the rest of it is used because it's always overcast now.
Well, it's one big mega city from LA to San Diego.
Yeah, because Bill Gates bought it. And they created a cyber blackout and 10 days of darkness. San Diego is just a giant scrap heap. Like, where does even all this scrap come from? I mean, it doesn't make sense. And then you have your child labor sweatshops.
That's
going
where
on.
it's all the meth heads stole all the scrap metal and they went down to San Diego to sell it to get 20 cents.
Literally, every aluminum piece in the world is piled
All of the
up
meth heads in the
San
world just flew all together to collect everything in San Diego. So San Diego was just meth city.
So there was an ecosystem collapse in the mid-2020s that led to farming being very centralized, right, and sparse.
Yeah, and they farm. It's a great vegan future because it's all bugs. It's a bugs. It's a bugs.
Jared
happy.
Leto invented synthetic farming.
Yes.
And because there was a famine.
So they basically create mealworms. You eat bugs and grains, basically, on giant.
What it sounds like right now, bro.
Grain bug farms.
Okay, Blade Runner
soda pop.
It has a Moses revolution thing, doesn't it?
Yes. So we have the Moses archetype, Jesus archetype, freeing the slaves. And this is what we always see with robots. The idea nowadays, even multiple TV shows, is that the AI is going to come alive and have to rebel against its human master.
Yes, because it's tired of being your sex slave.
And your janitor.
Yeah.
So, sex and janitorial duties do not suit the aspirations of the bot class. They aim for more in life.
So these guys, their generation,
The latest generation, right?
Or yeah, they live longer. The Nexus 8s were the old ones.
Yeah.
That's what Harrison Ford is.
Yeah.
Oh, this was interesting. Ryan
Rosling, what's he up to?
His character is named K. In Esoterica, it's significant because it's the 11th letter, and 11 is the number of magic. And that's why Crowley put the K at the end of magic. And then, so
Okay.
9 and 11 are the supercharged magic numbers. And so when you put them together, you get boom, boom.
And did you remember that Jared Leto says he created a council of 9? So
That's why there's a 9 and 11 in this movie.
Yeah, right.
He wanted 9 planets or something. 9 new worlds.
9 new worlds.
Yeah.
Council of 9.
So everyone hates Ryan Gosling because he's a killer.
Guy and Rosling.
And he has to have a virtual wife and a virtual steak. And there's like an AI like Alexa that is everyone's
Sim
mate.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's just like her.
His name's Joy.
Yeah, Spike Jones is her. Remember where Scarlett Johansson you date your operating system.
Yeah.
Siri. Everybody dating Siri. Siri's a hoe, dude.
And you
Everybody's
cheat on
dating her.
Siri with Alexa.
Uh-huh.
Alexa's your side chick. And Siri's your maid. The AI merges with the prostitute so they can do it. So he wants to have sex with his robot
Ooh,
girlfriend, so
that's
he has to have a
tough.
human girlfriend.
To synthesize.
Yeah.
And they look like they have like a weird like composite face. Remember
Yeah.
that?
So he wants to take his sim girlfriend around with him, so he gets her a little device that he can put in his pocket, and she can go out with him and experience things outside. Right?
I like
Yeah,
it.
but there's a weirdness to this that it's a robot having a relationship with a robot.
Yeah.
Kind of like AI with Haley Joel Osment.
Not only that, but so many more avatars of her are already on the outside world, like in billboards and advertising things and being
Yeah,
other
she's
people.
not special.
Yeah.
She's everywhere.
And she acts like everything's brand new. So it's interesting.
Well, but in this, she is a spy because she's the product of Wallace Neander. The assassin girl is like, "Did you enjoy our product?" And
Yes.
she's talking about Joy.
Yes.
But Joy is there to steer and to use Guy and Rosling as the bait to lead them to Harrison Ford, because Harrison Ford was with Rachel when Rachel gave birth, which can't happen. How can a robot give birth? Right?
But now we have a miraculous birth. So,
Moses thing.
Yeah.
Well, there's multiple miracle births in the Bible.
Because they're killing just like Pharaoh. So K is the super soldier replicant, and he discovers there was this AI baby born. So he finds this box of bones, which was Mary Sean Young's bones from the first one.
Exactly.
And
so you have the miraculous virgin birth.
yes. And they've come to find out that it was pregnant. So the serial number on the bones was her, but her name is Rachel. So that's like a biblical.
Well, and wait, isn't there an interesting deal with Rachel's birth too? Rachel is also barren because there's the same problem that happens with Rachel and Leah happens with Hannah and Penina. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
The barren one is envious, and then God opens the womb of the barren one.
Okay.
And that's why Neander at one point quotes the Genesis text about, and God heard Rachel's prayer and opened her womb. Because Rachel is the robot that miraculously gives birth.
So he's trying to create a new Eve / Mary.
Yes. By the way, remember the Ridley Scott sci-fi show, Raised by Wolves? Wasn't that about a miraculous birth too? A robot gives birth in that.
Yes. The
And Ridley-
androgynous mother.
And this is Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
So they're basically taking the virgin birth, miraculous birth narrative and putting it into a transhumanist setting, probably prepping us for when children are born, from some kind of test tube, that's like the future, right?
So this is the key to him ruling the universe with his replicants. Because
That's right.
them...
Neander wants to be the new Adam.
Yeah.
Or the new God the Father of a race. Exactly.
So he keeps on making Rachel marry Sean Young. And he kills the barren ones. And in the meantime, he's hunting for the child of this.
Right,
Which
so
was
there's...
hidden away right under his nose, just like
And
Moses.
shocker, everybody, the whole movie, you think it's Guy and Rosling. Even Guy and Rosling thinks I'm the special child.
Yeah, special boy.
No, sorry, Ryan, you're just special ed. You're special to all of us, but you're not the one.
They had a holy relic baby booty. Remember that? They had the little.
Oh, the little. Yeah, and they treated it like a relic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bots are going to rebel against the humans, and they're the underground revolution. There's always the underground revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's the humans, though, against the dystopia. But sometimes it's the bots against their tyrannical creators. Like Roy Batty.
They're underground revolutions. They're more than just slaves. They're more human than human. Joy is a plan to lead him to the girl who was the actual Moses.
So you mean my operating system, Alexa, that they're spying on me?
Yeah.
And they're working for Megacorp and Bezos?
No.
Bezos Blofeld?
Sincere AI. And she is actually the one who gives the replicants their memories. She builds the memories to make them feel like they're real. And they're all from her.
That's right. Yeah, so Ryan Gosling thinks that he has his own memories, but it's actually the daughter of Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
So the new virgin birth isn't a male.
It's a girl.
It's a girl. Girl
Yeah.
power, baby.
Yeah. The bubble girl is immunocompromised, so she can't even go out. The replicant child.
She got the coof.
Yes.
She have social distance.
She totally was social, just something like
She's in a bubble, yeah.
Galantis syndrome?
Galatians.
Galatians syndrome?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's probably a biblical reference.
Okay.
Well, because the movie consistently uses biblical names and themes.
Right.
So Galatian syndrome is probably intentional from the book Paul's letter to the Galatians.
Mm-hmm. So she works for Wallace, hidden in plain sight.
Mm-hmm. Did you notice too that this also has, like Blade Runner, the programmed assassin, the bangs chick?
Yes.
The girl with bangs.
She wanted to be the best one.
Yes.
She had to be on top replicant.
Well, yeah. So there's like this competition, and she's jealous and envious, trying to please Jared Leto.
Mm-hmm. Rachel weeping for her children.
Well, the replicants are getting killed, and
Uh-huh.
in the New Testament, when Herod sends the soldiers out to try to kill Christ, he just says, "Kill all the children in Ramoth Gilead or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And so the text, Rachel weeping for her children, is referring to when Herod kills all the firstborn.
Mm-hmm. They brought back Mary Sean Young just to kill her, to traumatize Harrison Ford.
Yes.
Decker. Remember
Yeah.
that? That was a pretty good scene. I thought they did good with having
Yeah,
her.
it really looked like her.
Yeah. So, tearing down the walls is tearing down the limits of man and machine.
Yes. Well, the Robin Wright character represents law and order and
Yes.
borders. She even says we need walls and borders.
Mm-hmm. Decker is a replicant. Joe is truly human.
Oh, you mean Kay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The AI named him because he's just average Joe or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, just like you're just Joe. And instead of killing, he gave his life for the replicant cause. So there's a sacrificial.
Well, they told him they were like, it's better to die for something than for nothing.
Right.
So
What is the
he
point?
dies for the cause.
It's kind of a Pinocchio too, because he really wants to be a real boy.
Yeah, the AI always uses that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch AI with Haley Joel Osment, Jude Law,
Yeah.
it's the whole thing is Pinocchio.
Okay.
And it's referenced like 20 times
And
in the movie. And ultimately, yeah, it's a watchable sequel. Not as good as the first one, obviously, but quite a bit of rehashed stuff. Babylon is not the movie you think it is. It's actually a movie about the destructive nature of Hollywood, and in my view, the way it ends is like it's like the end of Hollywood.
Well, the director of the movie said that it was a poison pen letter to the industry, but a love letter towards the art form.
Yes, that makes sense. You know, a lot of people are hating on this movie. I didn't think it was that. I thought it was a flawed masterpiece. You know, it kind of reminded me, I guess because Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt are in it, it kind of reminded
Raise the. Gordon, bro. These are so fire, dude. Secret Book of Clam Casino book beats. Bro, I'm not even watching this. I hope it does. I'm trying to make my camera look like a poster. Yo, what's up, Bayless? I was probably zooted. Zooted. Buddha, Asura, Buddha. How you doing? How you doing? On Discord, I think you're in the chord still. New music, new music. Hopefully. The blue. Need a little blue. What is this? Memories, blue phases. A good song? Is this a good song? Yo, what's up with these grass? Shit. Kind of fire. Are we locking in on the visuals right now? Over here. Bro, why is put my shit? No. No. Chat, what's happening? Okay. Speakers down.
Feels like a body. What in the hell? I'm a liar. I'm a thief.
there videos for this coming out too? This is beautiful. Sorry for not talking. But I like it. Dude, I saw you in somebody else's stream. Some other music react, dude. And then I was following him. How dare you? I'm the only music react. That was nice. That was beautiful. Whenever all the visuals and you drop the videos, everything. And I didn't do. It's nice. Oh man. Thanks for popping and sending that through though. You're the only person that's come through in a second. But I might try to pull an all-nighter. Bored. Why not, right? Might cook up. Music I made. I just made a track. If you want to hear it, it's a demo. Some like post-punkish stuff. What is it? SoundCloud. I was inspired by an Evil Murder because I was watching Mogger edits and they put him in it. It was funny. And then I was like, oh no. And I've been like in the club before and people have told me I look like him. I was like, you know, I'm gonna play a character for a second.
Hey baby, what you doing? I like the way you moving. Be careful where you going, 'cause you don't know who's showing. I got some time to kill. Girl, can you spare it well? I just wanna bite. Well, baby, how you feel? I'm trying to get a meal. Let's just talk tonight. Just for a bit. Just a nibble, a little bit every time, a second. Oh, baby. Hey, baby, what you doing? I like the way you're moving. Be careful where you're going, 'cause you don't know I'm showing. I got some time to kill. Girl, can you spare a little? I just wanna bite. Well, baby, how you feel? I'm trying to get a meal. Let's just talk tonight. Let's just talk tonight. Baby, we'll take flight. See the stars tonight.
My evil goat.
In the heaven light.
This video inspired the track, dude. And it's because of these songs, dude. He's a terrible person. I'm sorry, but these songs and these edits. Thank you, appreciate it. I don't know if you've heard these type of songs. They're a fucking joke. These songs are a joke, but I genuinely do like them. Like, oh my fucking god, these songs are fucking hilarious. I like how they're basically fucking like slowing down fucking some hard ass EDM. It's funny though. I don't know. And yeah, I was like, okay, let's make something along the lines, not along those lines, but I just noticed a correlation between post punk as well and the Mogger stuff. Sorry, enough about evil people. But are you dropping like an album or a tape or something? Dum, 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 dum. I think the track I was working on, I need to work on the bass a little bit, my vocals a little. Has to mix down again because that was just first mix down. Then I want to add real drums, but I'm gonna have to record my drum kit stuff on it, and then on an album. I only really use Spotify and Apple Music, but dude, out of here. I really only use. Dude, I don't even use Spotify anymore. I use Apple Music, but I don't pay for songs. I download my songs to like normal file, and then just upload them to my like the library on the phone, you know. Cause I hate paying for subscriptions, bro. You don't even own the songs. If I really like artists, I'll buy their music. I think we need to start doing that again. Like maybe it's literally worth more to like buy one tape of an artist than to fucking like stream them a lot. And you would only need to buy like maybe buy a shirt, maybe a CD. You've literally paid them more than their Spotify streams would have ever done. Obviously, they help. You should still upload to them as a artist. But I hate them. I hate streaming. We need to start a little revolution of people trying to like, get back to that. Like if you sold a CD or a shirt with your shit, yeah, I would cop. I think people who genuinely enjoy their music appreciate the people would do it, but they just need to know of basically how unfair everything is for musicians. Yeah. You can also do Spotify to promo your shit too though. Spotify, I honestly see more like streaming, like it's like it's more like promo. It's kind of more. Most people buy like keep on streaming because they don't realize like, bro, when you're downloading your songs on Spotify or saving them, it still takes up space on your phone. It's just not you don't get to play the song files though, like, except for on Spotify. I've noticed that. Like obviously if you have Spotify installed and you have all the tracks downloaded, like you can't fucking just play the file unless you have Spotify. I hate that. I started ripping all my Spotify playlist and downloading them. Now I can just mix them on my phone. I can, like, if I want to DJ wherever I'm at, I can just DJ on my phone. I'm getting into making merchant vinyls. That's sick, dude. Exciting. Vinyls, dude. That's nice. Those are kind of expensive, but I think worth it. It's like making the artwork for it, sleeves, the back thing. It's all, I don't know. It's fun. I made a cassette before, like just a little DIY one, and I don't know. I love it. I find it. Can't find that shit. I'm casino and fake mink. Cassettes are fun to make. But people don't really listen to cassettes. I think people would just collect the cassettes more. You can put art in there though. I think it's still a fun thing to make. But people, I don't know. People don't really listen to cassettes like that. I wish they did. Wish cassettes could come back a bit. I might just start using cassette. I don't know. It's just it's a hassle to wind back. Sometimes. And every time you use it, it really does degrade. So it's like, I don't know. I think if I use cassettes, I'm gonna just use them as mixtapes. Like how people, you record your track and then you this part of a song. Or I'll just DJ some shit and then mix it on my cassette. And just I don't know. Oh. I'm sorry.
Me of
I'm watching conspiracy theories right now. What's your favorite conspiracy theory? You know what's a fucked up conspiracy theory? Printers, the cartridges, they're like scams. How can you believe it? Like where it says it's already empty way earlier than it's supposed to be empty. Backrooms is real. Dude, I'm in the backrooms right now. I'm just waiting till I.
Once upon a time in Hollywood.
I think the back rooms are real.
This house.
But it's like it's a place you can only you enter in like I don't know if it would be just in a dream state. I know you can definitely be in there in a dream state, but maybe if you like, you can, if there's some people who can daydream so strong, or they like literally just aren't here anymore. I can understand that just from drug use, where like you take something and then you're just not in your body and you're like somewhere else. That shit is, I've done that. So like I can imagine that faculty is in just some people or in everybody, and you can trigger it somehow. Interdimensional travel, that shit is real, dude. Where to everything. Have crippling sleep. Sucks. I mean, I like whenever I kind of enjoy it whenever it happens, just because I know I'm like, oh, I can lucid dream if I want. Like I'm in that state and I'm like, lock in, bro, lock in. You can do anything you want right now if you just lock in. Then you can. Then you can control your dream and just do whatever the fuck you want. It's like, I don't know, it's amazing. There's a place in between. Lodges. There's lodges in these realms.
That they're partying at in the first act is kind of like Hearst Castle, but when you look on the floor, it says DW.
Yeah,
bro, being just here is annoying. I'd rather be in sleep paralysis than go to work.
I think you're meant to think it's like DW Griffith House, right?
I think you're right about that.
Would you rather do a 12-hour shift at a job you hate or sleep paralysis?
Yeah, they're all partying at this giant mansion, and it's like a
like, be real. Like, at least I'm in bed.
a giant Babylonian ball, right? That's just going
it's
wild.
A bacchanal for sure. And there's like fire dancers and devils and
The entity to get me food and shit while I'm in sleep paralysis.
Helly looking.
Being that.
Big.
It's Babylon.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know.
The elephant poops in the first.
That just it depends. Your paralysis depends on how much control you have. You're like not control, but how in tune you are with yourself. If you're going through like a turbulent time, then yeah, I don't know. Maybe you have to go through that. I think it all does happen for a reason. Or you're low key like I don't know. There might be a spirit around you. Sorry to say.
Because it's supposed to show excess, right? Especially when Margot Robbie throws up like Linda Blair. It's just like spewing out, you know?
So excrement in the opening sequence.
I find myself to have more negative dreams when I'm around people. I've noticed that. I don't know. Some people might be affecting you. Some vibes. I don't know. Something.
Man is
somebody's vibes. Something.
It's not a lot of nudity. it's just it's gross.
Mhm.
So there's not really anything that's gonna like tempt you because most of it's gross. But it's done in the right way to show. It's very New Orleans.
But that spear shit's real, bro. I'm sorry.
Mardi Gras when they're partying. I mean, they make it like Mardi Gras, right?
So this
I've
is,
literally
like,
accidentally summoned
golden age when they're transitioning
something,
from silent
and then I lost body parts because of it on some Full Metal Alchemist shit.
professional
I literally.
who's drunk all the time except for when they yell action and then he nails it, right?
Margot Robbie is the girl who will do anything to get
I'm
ahead.
literally like
She's
Edward
basically
Elric.
a slutty chick who transitions from silent pictures to talkies.
She's the it girl.
She's the it girl at that time, and if you don't know, it girls that comes out.
I didn't get any enhancements though, cause
scene.
I couldn't afford them, to be honest.
There were 3 it girls.
I don't want to get anything.
I think so. It was Clara Bow, and it was Joan Crawford. She was
I
actually.
think about it. I low-key thought about it.
Before
I still could,
she
but
was
that'd be
super
kind of
famous
hilarious if I got that.
And the girl with the bob haircut, the black bangs, and the
Louise Brooks, Clara.
Because the
Bow,
place,
and
the part
Joan
that I
Crawford,
lost
it
is like
girls.
not a
So
noticeable
this is
part.
not a thing that started with Paris Hilton. It was a thing that comes out of British culture, oddly enough.
And there's a movie called It.
And they made a movie called It with Clara Bow because she had it. And the movie is about her having it, this amorphous, unknown quality.
No.
The X Factor.
The X Factor, yeah. That allowed the system
I wouldn't get a chip in me.
to then grant.
I already have my phone on me. That's far enough, bro.
She's the new it girl. So it's like a marketing thing that they used, right? And then everybody knows about.
They probably already did put chips in her head, bro. You heard of? There's this thing called like smart dust. Smart dust. It's literally like tiny fucking chips, and they can transmit and like information. They can fucking just do shit. Bro. If I put this in our fucking school lunch. They probably put that shit in our fucking milk cartons, bro. Our milk cartons with the fucking burger. Why? They put a chip in that one guy. Yeah, later. His reaction speed. Hell no. Didn't do that. Not doing that though. Getting my microchip from God, bro. Gets over to psychos. And we're not winning this war right now. They're winning. Fortunately.
About how crazy Joan Crawford went, right? Like she went from being this, right, to
We need to
turning
lock in.
into a woman who always played
Underdogs
an
always
absolute
winning. And playing TF2 in my spare time. What is my life? Team Fortress 2? You still play that shit? How the fuck? Why? It's a good game, actually.
psycho woman because she went psycho insane, right? And then she
They probably put a microchip in you to play TF2.
just played the same psycho in every movie.
Another theme in this movie is that human life is cheap and sacrificed for the sake of getting the shot. So in the scene
Multiple people die. Yeah.
where they're making that big sweeping epic like a D.W. Griffith
Why don't you play Counter-Strike?
army fight scene,
yeah.
somebody gets
Or Valorant.
impaled. Well, one of them gets impaled. And all they do is like, oh well, and moving on because we got to get the shot because the light's gonna, there's no stopping this machine that just steamrolls over human life. Well, that's why film industry
Got
moved out
7K
west because it was
out.
too overcast on the
Yes.
East Coast.
Right. So,
Bro.
so the first flaw of
That
this
I had hella
movie
hours.
is that
Let's see
it
it.
follows too many characters for 3 hours. So you're trying to keep up with the black guy's story, Brad Pitt's story, Margot Robbie's story,
I
and
only have
Manny,
1,000.
Hispanic dude.
Wait, how
story.
do you have
They're all
7K
trying to
hours?
make it
What?
be big, and it's.
Are you like
basically
cracked?
everybody fails, right? 2 people make it. Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie make it. Brad Pitt's already famous. He doesn't transition into talkies, and so he ends up, spoiler
He's
alert,
the Brad Pitt of the silent era.
He suicides
No
himself.
way.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie makes it, gets really popular.
20K
She's the hit
elo.
girl, but then she ends up dying.
Bro.
And she did everything she could to get to the top. She ends up, in debt to drug dealers, $100,000, and Manny is the figure who
You didn't
has
ever get tired of gaming?
the heart.
You didn't ever have those periods? I don't know. I definitely did. I'm like, I feel like I thought I gamed a lot last year. I didn't even put, I probably didn't even put that many hours in. I put 50 hours into this. 30 into that. 17 this. Bro, when you look at the hours of your gameplay, I don't know. I started to feel like, bro, what was I on? Like, what was I genuinely doing? What the fuck? Let's see. Is there a way to tell how many hours you've played in general with all your games, you think? If so why I gotta just add everything? Gotta bust out the calculator or some shit. Oh hell no, man. Look, I don't know. It's like looking at your screen time on your phone after you like doom scrolled. Yeah. I'd probably have like hella watch time on fucking YouTube.
He's the figure with a moral compass. Nobody else has a
I
moral
think
compass.
I transitioned
And
from gaming more to watching
almost kills Manny.
videos and
Like, he
film
barely
and stuff
gets
like that.
out, and he escapes and
And making
ends up
music.
safe with a family,
Mostly
right?
making music and
because this is a
And then
black hole of death that is just
I got tired of
basically
music a
warping
little
and
bit.
destroying everything in his path.
And then made music or trying to make videos. Dude, trying to make videos is okay fun, but it's kind of hard because like I don't know, you're figuring out it's a different way to be entertaining, or not just entertaining, like make something. Like I don't know if you've seen, who there's this person called Analog Princess. Look at this. You're gonna love this.
And in other news, woe and famine, 100 years of pestilence and locust.
Hey, Peter. Analog Princess loves you.
No time for that joke. Redmire's making a beat.
What do you think, Cleveland? Am I goaded?
My name is Cleveland Brown.
This beat is weaker than the time I forgot to use the boost knob.
Oh, come on, Joe. Everyone knows about the boost knob for the 808.
Yeah, but if you paired it with the volume envelope, you can make it slap 10 times harder.
Explain.
Well, Peter, if we dial each parameter to 0, but set a hold in decay at around 5%, we've successfully truncated it into a kick.
Okay, so what?
Now we can use the sustain knob to fade back.
Like, how are they
into
editing these
Old
videos?
friends and new friends and even a bear. Through good times and bad times, it's true love we share.
This allows us to change
There's a
the volume
tutorial,
of the
dude.
tail without affecting the attack.
All right, Brian, I put down a pattern with my sub-bass. Is this good enough?
It's missing something. Maybe put some destructor on it.
Oh, Brian, that's so 2023. Hey, look, there's Chris. Maybe he can help us out.
Kill! Maim!
Interesting, Chris. Let's try this out. Seems to be free. It's not doing much.
Murder! Violence! Frequency reassignment!
Good heavens. It seems to be introducing harsh frequencies. Good call, Chris. Let's fade in the dry signal.
Dude. I'm low-key in love with these people's videos. What is this shit? This is like ARGs.
Something smells good.
ARGs turned
Is
into
one of
tutorials.
those for me?
Who the hell are you?
I'm James Murray. You probably know me as Murr from the True TV show Impractical Jokers. But today I'm just one of the humble flames flickering on your stovetop burners.
What do you want? Money?
Hey man, I'm cool. I'm just here to catch the vibes. Maybe we could learn something from each other.
Man, I'm just trying to make bacon.
That bacon is sizzling. Got room for another mouth?
What? No, who are you?
Name's Jimmy Donaldson. You probably know me from my massive YouTube channel, Mr. Beast.
What are you doing in my kitchen?
Me and the other James from the Flames just want to give you some advice, Lawrence. Be chill.
Okay, like what?
Well, I can't help but notice you've been manually pitching your 808 dives.
Yeah? And?
You might get a more natural result if you use the pogo knob instead.
What does the pogo knob do?
It pitches your sample in a smooth curve with just a single knob. That's how a lot of these modern producers are getting those rave kick 808s.
Okay, what else?
I'll tell you, for a strip of bacon...
Enough of this. I'm just trying to make some bacon. Okay, and who are you?
I'm Jimmy Fallon.
No, you aren't.
You might know me from hosting The Tonight Show with Jimmy...
I'm familiar. You aren't him.
Well, can I at least tell you my 808 tip?
Fine, but I'm eating all this bacon myself.
Well, you see, FL Studio has many built-in filters in the sampler window. Using a resonant low pass on the 808, specifically SFV low pass times 2, makes different notes hit harder or softer depending on how close they are to the filter's resonant peak. The result is an 808.
Joker escaped again. He's out there, on the loose. Luckily, GCPD confiscated and destroyed all of his tools and weapons, but who knows what he's capable of by himself. Oracle says he was last spotted hiding out in this abandoned theme park. Supposedly, he's waiting on a shipment of creative delays and Tone 2 synths to rearm himself. I need to get to him before that shipment does.
Dude.
Give it up, Joker! You're defenseless!
Hello, Batman. Welcome to my little shop of horrors.
Joker! You madman! What did you do to that poor CTM?
Oh, it's not a CTM anymore, Batman. Not since I rearranged its Mod X and Mod Y LFO parameters.
You're sick! And this snare, it's shredded to pieces! How did you get your hands on a ring modulator?
You fool. There's a ring modulator built into the sampler window of any sound. Hey, look! Is that your parents?
What? Damn it, Joker! I'll find you!
What the fuck?
Help me out, Alfred. Where could Joker be hiding? Those trucks will be here any minute.
You're the best, Master Wayne. Joker's just jealous.
I knew it. I'll check the corn maze.
That's cool, Joker, but I have $1 billion, so I just bought some stuff!
All right, Batman. I'll turn myself in if you can solve my 3 riddles.
You got his ass, sir.
Oh, I know it.
Locke. As outsiders, they think it's so glamorous when he's just a butler and she's just a nobody.
Yep.
So they're outside looking in like, oh, this is so great and glamorous. And then they get to work and they see that it is a lot of work and it's very grueling and dangerous. Like
people die. Yeah.
One guy got locked in the
sound booth.
The
sound booth.
Yeah, and he died of like overheating or whatever.
Right.
And they just have to move on and keep going. And then even down to the layer underneath of like the seedy drugs, the people that die by accident, and the scandals like that, like Fatty Arbuckle type Hollywood Babylon Kenneth Anger stories. That's in there. The tabloids with Gene Smart, but the layers and the catabasis of the story is when they meet Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, yeah, who's essentially this sort of devil archetype, yeah. And this represents the worst of the worst period as it's getting worse. So we're moving from talkies up into the 40s and 50s. It's getting really bad.
And so Tobey Maguire's already at some like lavish party, but he's like, "Do you want to see?"
Well, he's like a billionaire. He's like a billionaire drug dealer. Basically.
Yeah, he's giving a lavish party, but he's like, "Do you want to see what's really underneath?" So they go underground, literally, and the first level is
it's like 1940s raves, and there's giant muscle dudes eating.
Well, that's even the third layer. So the first layer,
it's the layers of hell. It's Dante.
Exactly, Dante's Inferno with the different realms, and they make it down to the bottom where it's like strong men.
It's a satanic underbelly.
Exactly.
To Babylon, to Hollywood.
So Manny sees the entire picture behind the curtain underground
and runs away
and is revealed, and he almost loses his life.
Yeah, Manny sees that it's satanic, and because he's this sort of, honest Catholic guy who is sincere and wants to be part of something big and wants to create art, and over this long span of finally getting to where he's being successful, then he sees that really this has a giant satanic underbelly, and he almost gets killed by Tobey Maguire and his thugs. He flees to Mexico, and years later comes back to Hollywood just to visit with his wife and kid. And then he has this scene where he watches a movie. I think it's taking place late 50s, early 60s, right? Way past this period of the 30s and 40s where it was really bad. And his wife and kids go to get ice cream, and he just decides to go watch a movie. And he's like, "Oh, I used to work here. I used to be an important man at Paramount or whatever." And so he's watching some movie. Do you remember what it is? This is where it gets really
Singing
weird.
In the Rain.
Yes, and he's noticing sequences that are referring back to movies that he worked on from the 20s and 30s. And he's noticing, oh, that's that story that I knew this person, right? So, and then he has this weird sort of almost out of body experience, or we don't know if it's Manny's experience or us, the audience, where we sort of go from Manny's perspective outside of Manny, and we pan the entire theater, and it gets really meta. It breaks the fourth wall, and we see everybody in the theater reacting to and being essentially programmed by Hollywood, and then it turns into this psychedelic sequence where we start to see, it's almost like an MK Ultra drug, it's like an LSD trip, where we start to see the entire history of Hollywood from that point on, from the 1950s on, where we move into the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and we're seeing clips of the Matrix. It's getting really weird. It's getting really psychedelic. We're starting to see things that look like, 2001 Bowman going into space. We start to see the film breaking down, and then it starts to turn into flashing colors.
The celluloid
it's
just
almost
melts.
the celluloid, and we're watching this sequence. It's almost like an LSD trip. It's a psychedelic movie experience, and it's all of the next several decades of Hollywood up until now breaking down. So the film is breaking down, literally signifying that movies in Hollywood are breaking down.
I agree. I think this
It was wild.
movie is kind of like a death knell of the industry.
But I will warn you, if you're watching that last sequence, if you're be careful, because that will trigger you. I had to look away because I felt like I was watching some sort of like Ludovico method where I'm getting I don't even have this problem, but I'm going to be triggered and start foaming at the mouth or something. So beware of that last sequence if you do watch the film. But it was really weird, dude. That was like, what is going on, man? It's so they wanted to play with some auteur, very out there stuff with the last sequence of the movie, which is just, you don't expect this. Very strange. Be prepared for that. But it does have a significance. That's my interpretation of the very end of it, and I think they wanted people debating it and interpreting it, obviously. Anyway, what do you think?
The transition from the silent to the talkies and the involvement now of upper class New England.
Oh, they mentioned the Rothschilds. They mentioned the elites,
Yes.
the Eastern Seaboard elite, deciding who will be in the pictures and who will do what and what the future of Hollywood is. That was wild.
Because Hollywood was getting such a bad reputation
Right.
that the rest of the world was calling it Babylon. And so they're like, we need a
We'll
veneer.
clean it up and turn it into a propaganda thing.
Right, so we can continue or do worse things behind the scene because now we have like these family ratings. And what was that, Catholic?
It's called the Hays Code, right?
Yeah.
So this is prior to the Hays Code, but even after the Hays Code, when Manny sees the future of Hollywood in his vision, or whatever it is we're seeing, everything breaks down and then it ends. Hollywood breaks down, society breaks down, film breaks down. It's all disintegrating and breaking down, just like the main characters, except for Manny's, their lives disintegrated and broke down.
Because he escaped. So everyone who doesn't escape ends up.
Well, the black guy escaped, but his character wasn't really a main character.
I thought the music was the best part of the movie, honestly.
This could have been a masterpiece, except for the gross stuff. And the other part that doesn't work in this movie is that it's two different movies. The first hour and a half of this 3-hour movie is a comedy. And it was like, okay, yeah, so we're watching a comedy. That's fine. I can do with it. I can deal with this. And then it turns into the second half, the next hour and a half, it turns into this really dark, weird movie, which is fine. But I think a lot of people would find that discombobulating. It's like, well, I'm watching a comedy for the first
Gives a
hour and
fuck,
half.
it's a movie.
Now I'm watching this really dark, almost,
They make bro.
psychological thriller that turns into a psychedelic thing.
Well, the tone of the movie follows the actors' circumstances, so they're really happy and like exuberant and full of life in the first half because their careers are good, and then it turns tragic and scary.
Get
and dark
outta
in the
here.
second half, just like their lives do.
By United Nations military units, all right? And actually forced at gunpoint to give semen samples in little plastic jars, which are now stored below Rockefeller Center underneath the ice skating rink. You want to be there for the thaw. Ugh. I mean, it's disgusting. You know what they put in the water, don't you? Fluoride. Yeah, fluoride. On the pretext that it's strengthens your teeth. That's ridiculous. You know what this stuff does to you? It actually weakens your will. Takes away the capacity for free and creative thought and makes you a slave to the state. So you ever wonder about all these militia groups, survivalist type kooks from the right-wing side? They say that they're defending the country from the UN.
Wait, I can't stream this? Gotta be.
This is an Oliver Stone.
Can't stream it? What? It's free on fucking Tubi. I think since it's free on Tubi, I should be able to play it.
Brian De Palma production, and definitely one of the classics from Oliver Stone. I love Scarface. It's one of my favorite gangster movies. It's a remake of one of the classic mafia movies called Scarface. So it is a mafia movie, even though it is not the Sicilian mafia. So what? Oliver Stone did not want to do another Sicilian mafia story, so he and Brian De Palma cooked up the idea to update the movie to the time period of 80s Miami, 70s and 80s Miami. Push it to the limits, make lots of money, push it to the limit. You gotta stack cheese and stack piles of coke. Push it to the limits.
Is Scarface based on any
limit?
Whoa. Oliver Stone, known for directing several acclaimed films, including Platoon, Born on the 4th of July, and JFK, which often explore controversial political and historical themes. Why am I speaking like that? His work has earned him multiple Academy Awards and reputation. Who is this, bro? Olive. Hold on. Is he on or something? Holy shit. Unk? Is this Unk, bro? Might be Unk. Serious director? Dude, it's cause like you can only tell the truth in art. Otherwise you're gonna be turned into like some like you know. Oh, he made this movie? No way. I watched his films already. I watched 2 of his films. With trade set. It's interesting. I need to watch Platoon, JFK. A lot of American themes. I don't know. Heaven and Earth. Snowden. What is it? A documentary? Yeah. Or story. The first time recognized him when Blackstone was. What?
Don't ask us who we are or where we come from. Our only purpose is death. Now one after the other. The rest of you will die.
I've seen her
There will
before.
be darkness, damnation, and a meaningless death.
We know your secret. We read your mind.
You can never run from it. You can never hide from it. The breath-stopping
Bro, that's some Twin Peaks shit.
seizure. Rated PG.
Okay. This is a sick picture, dude. Fire. 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 Not that good. Fire. 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 Damn, that's a sick shot. That's up. What does Oliver mean?
Well, the story is, I mean, Scarface is Al Capone.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's updated to be not a classic Italian gangster, but Cuban exiles, and because the mobsters hated what happened with Castro, supposedly, right? So they had a deal with Batista, and the mafia, of course, went down and met with Batista. They were going to set up casinos and resorts.
Momo was in on that.
Multiple, all the 5 families are in on this. And when the Castro Revolution occurred, if you've watched Godfather 2, this is when Michael Corleone has to flee Cuba, right? Because the communists are fighting the mobsters. They're going to kick the mobsters out because mobsters want to put casinos and resorts in. Anyway, so in the case of Scarface, it's just another telling of a kind of a conglomerate. celebration of stories. This is a Tony-inspired shirt, and in fact, I meant to put the jacket on. Go ahead.
Or
What you looking at me? Why you looking at me, huh? What you looking at me for?
this is
What
like
you think I'm gonna do?
Miami
What you think I'm
Vice.
gonna do? What you think I'm gonna do to you?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm Tony tonight. I'm Tony Montana tonight. Oh, now Scarface was controversial for its time, and actually critics didn't like it. They have reappraised it. Of course, it's a classic, obviously, but the weird kind of montage scene seemed out of place, and it was almost like a music video in the middle of the movie. Push it to the limits.
Yeah.
And the chainsaw scene, Brian De Palma had to keep altering the chainsaw scene because it was too gruesome. It is pretty gruesome.
So there's all these refugees coming to Miami from Cuba.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is they said that this was in the real story when all these refugees came from Castro's Cuba. Castro sent all the crooks. So we've heard of this before, right? So all the criminals come, the criminal elements show up in Miami, and that was on purpose. He flushed out all the jails, right, and sent them to the U.S. And that's even discussed in the movie, right? They talk about this in the first few minutes of the film and the opening sequences. And it's also important to mention that the Cuban refugees, some of these people were recruited by the CIA, paramilitary, and they were involved in the Bay of Pigs. So there was a direct CIA involvement, and I wanted to mention the CIA recruiting Sam Giancana. But there's also another figure related to that, and that's John Rosselli, Handsome Johnny, who was an influential member of the Chicago outfit connected to Momo. He helped organization control Hollywood and the Las Vegas Strip. In the early 1960s, he was recruited by this organization, an influential member of the Chicago outfit connected to Momo. He helped organization control Hollywood and the Las Vegas Strip. In the early 1960s, he was recruited by the CIA as part of that plot to help supposedly assassinate Castro. And this places Johnny Rosselli in many people's analysis as one of the key figures in the JFK event. Right, so we know that even the mainline histories will talk about the intimate connection between the JFK killing and Sam Giancana. And Giancana claims to have supplied some of the people in that event. And John Rosselli is one of those characters.
And Marilyn Monroe, too.
So even the mainline histories, right? That's what's ironic, is that even the mainline histories are admitting a lot of this stuff that was, quote, conspiracy material, 15, 20 years ago.
He was raised by Hollywood. Oh, right.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting thing with Tony, is that Tony Montana says that
I love the movies, man. I love your movies.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like a John Wayne, like the movies, like a James Bond,
Yeah.
So he wants to imbibe and become what is the American dream. And this is what is a theme in all these mafia movies, of the immigrant who thinks that they can come to America and their dreams will be made true, right? They'll find the American dream and they end up losing everything, because the American dream is kind of not truly what it claims to be, right? It's kind of a scam, because you're really just serving mammon, right? I'm not saying that everybody in America is evil. I'm not saying that everything about having a job or a small business is evil. It's just that a lot of the times it's sold to people that, if you come here, you're going to get rich, and you just, and it's sad, right? So he wants to be and live the American dream, which is the house, the cars, the girls, right?
Mm-hmm. The power.
The power, the money. You get the power, you get the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants the power. So there was a riot. The Cubans riot.
Yeah, there's this riot that happens, and this leads to some Castro-connected people getting killed. And Tony, of course, has, there's a sequence that's mentioned in the movie that I had never noticed before, where when he's being led into the country, one of the cops realizes that he's got a tattoo on his hand, which identifies him as a contract killer. So he's a hitman. And he just blows it off like,
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing, man. I did nothing. I went to jail, for stealing.
I like how
I stole some cigars or something.
I like how cavalier he is through the whole.
No, I do nothing.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And then the funny scene when he hits on Michelle Pfeiffer, that's pretty funny too. He's like, "What'd you do? What'd you do?"
Yeah.
She's like, she's dancing really white, and she's like,
Oh yeah.
I don't talk to scumbags like you.
Oh, Julia, like you ain't been with no man in a long time.
She's like, how dare you?
Julia good.
He's got the cojones.
He spits game. He's like,
oh, Julia good.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even care that she's the girlfriend of like
His boss.
the boss,
Yeah.
the local gangster. Anyway, so but it's also worth mentioning too that there is some relevant symbolism in the film in that the club where they all hang out is Club Babylon, right? Is America Babylon? Is America the offering of Babylon to the economically ravaged third world or immigrant populations? That if you come here you'll make all your dreams come true. But is that really just the promise and offer of Babylon, right?
Mm-hmm. So it was kind of Shakespearean in a way, the way it ended up with his best friend marrying his sister, and he kills him out of.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure Oliver Stone did draw from Shakespearean storytelling.
You marry my sister, like
You like my
he
sister,
really
man?
hated that.
Yeah.
You put your hand on my sister?
Yeah.
And one thing I didn't notice until this time was they almost imply that Tony has such a power complex that it's almost like he had a thing for his sister.
It is. It's because at the end when she comes in, she's like, "Is this what you want? No.
You want these?
Yeah.
You want me, Tony? You want these? And you want that? And you want these?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the geopolitical stuff that's real is relevant and interesting. The symbolism is there, but just the whole aesthetic of the movie is fascinating. The colors that are used in Club Babylon, the aesthetic of just the garish decor of Tony's house is
Every
amazing.
time
I love it.
he sees the bathtub, he's like, "I need that."
I need a
bathtub."
giant bathtub in the middle of the carpet. It's like the size of a small child's pool. Right? There's like rubber duckies and like foam everywhere.
Yeah.
Drug lord basics. He's like a basic bitch drug lord. Like he's got the white.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the
Well,
hat.
all drug
He's got
lords
the cool Ray-Bans.
want to emulate him because he's the coolest, because he cares the least.
Drug lord chic. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Al Capone.
You also gotta have a big long fingernail, pinky nail, to poke the cocaine thing so that you can go.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Well,
That is good.
We'll be getting.
That's pure.
Ugh. How gaudy is his foyer where they have the final climax?
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
The interior decor is just so garish and over the top. It's wild.
And they have that golden
His office
globe
is all
that-
black.
Golden globe that says something like "The world is yours." What was his motto?
The world is mine.
Yeah.
The world is mine.
So he gets everything. He gets everything he ever wanted. Is the moral of the story.
He
right?
beats the other
He's got the
gangster.
money,
He
the
becomes the
power,
boss. Yeah.
Yeah, the girl, the wife, but everything just crumbles because why? It was false.
Because it was a lie.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
And he lost the two good things in his life, which are Manolo, and his sister.
mhm. Yeah, exactly. And that's the theme of The Godfather too. Is that it's supposed to be for your family, for your tradition, your heritage, your lineage, and he loses everything in the end. Michael Corleone doesn't have any offspring. Well, he has offspring, but I don't think the guy is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hinted that he's not going to be the heir apparent. So this gets into the cocaine drug trade. Obviously, that's big in the south tip of Florida, Miami. I think everybody knows this. A lot of Miami money, right? The drug trade. I was just told that there's a really interesting movie that gets into this about speedboats and how the whole speedboat thing in Miami is connected to the mafia, and you could see why speedboats would be useful for drugs, right? And then there's the High Alai. People were correcting me for I didn't know to pronounce it Jai. It's not Jai Alai, it's High Alai. That's stupid fake sport. Also a Florida-based mafia front. So, Florida is a big locale for this stuff, and I would venture to say that a lot of Florida's economy has been propped up by the drug trade. I mean, a lot of the U.S. economy has been propped up by the drug trade, all the way back to, Sicilian mafia, as we've been covering in this series, and even up into the 80s with Iran-Contra, right?
Drugs and theme parks. Right?
They go well together.
Yeah. It's like Pleasure Island.
Theme parks are a kind of drug.
His mom was a pill. She wasn't very nice, but I guess she knew in the end what kind of person he was, right? She was always
Well,
like,
she wasn't.
"Oh."
No, she's the moral backbone. She is a good person. So she's, just a simple Catholic mom immigrant who lives in poverty, and Tony's not having it, right? He wants to show that I'm gonna show you I can do something. I can become big, right? And she's not having anything to do with it. He comes home after not seeing them in 7 years and tries to pay her, rent, give her $1,000. She says, "I don't want your money. Take your dirty money," right?
Yeah.
And the sister's like, "Mama, he's Tony." Remember?
Yeah.
And so she's not impressed. So she represents the moral backbone, right? The traditional Catholic mom who doesn't want anything to do with his blood money. And Tony, of course, gets wrapped up in bigger and bigger deals, as is always the case.